How's it going, guys? This is David here from phonebuff.com, and in this video I'll be giving you a few of my tips to buying a used cell phone. So the first tip is to take a full 360 look at the phone, making sure that there isn't any damage or a lot of damage, especially alongside the corners. I mean, a few nicks and knacks are okay, but a lot of them indicate that the phone's been dropped a lot, and that will probably not be a good thing going down the line because you never know how that affects the phone on the inside. You want to make sure the screen doesn't have excessive scratches. Of course, light scratches are okay, as with any used phone, you should expect them, but shouldn't be excessive by any means. Turn the LCD on, or the screen on, and make sure that the screen itself isn't cracked, because a cracked screen is no good, and the way you could detect whether or not a screen is cracked is there shouldn't be any lines running through the screen or any bleeding of the colors. Of course, you want to test the screen, if it's touchscreen itself, by testing every single corner. So as I'm doing right now, you can see I'm testing every corner to make sure that all of them work, because sometimes you could go home, thinking the phone's working, and then all of a sudden realize that the bottom right corner doesn't work, and you definitely don't want that to happen. So after you've checked the screen and the phone itself, you want to check the buttons. So make sure that the volume buttons work, so volume up and down, the power key, the camera key, and so forth. You want to make sure those things work, because a lot of times you could be going through a phone and not even realize that those things don't work. You want to also make sure that if a phone has a little kickstand, that it works. Of course, most phones don't have that, but if it does, make sure that thing works properly. And the most important thing you want to check for, though, with any used phone is if the phone has liquid damage, because a lot of times the phone will look good, but it could be liquid damage. And the way you check for that is looking at the charging port. So in this case, you look right here and make sure that the inside looks nice and aluminum. Make sure it's not green or yellow or any kind of moldy color, which would indicate corrosion, which would be from liquid damage. You could also take a look at the headphone jack, making sure that there isn't any liquid damage in there. The next thing you want to check for water damage is the battery itself, because the battery itself will have a little indicator that's usually a white sticker, or a white sticker with a little pink design on it, but it should be white for the most part. If it's a solid pink or a solid red, it means that the phone's been water damaged, and you definitely want to stay away from there. Also, you can check inside the device. So you can see in here, there's a little white sticker right there, and make sure that's the same color too, because any other color would indicate that the phone's been water damaged. Of course, people could replace the battery, tricking you, thinking that it's okay. So that's what you want to check in there, and also, like I said, the charging port itself. But that's the steps that you want to take for water damage checking. But the next thing you want to check for is the ESN. So if you're on a or if you're trying to buy a CDMA phone, such as like a Sprint or Verizon phone, you want to make sure that you call the carrier and verify that the ESN is free, meaning that it isn't activated on another account, which would indicate a stolen phone, or if it isn't on an account that has a past due payment, which they locked the phone from being used. But once you've done those things and everything checks out, you're probably going to be good to go, and hopefully you can enjoy your new phone. But that's pretty much it for me in this video. This is Dave from phonebuff.com. Thanks for watching it, and don't forget to visit phonebuff.com for more cell phone news, reviews, and how-tos. Thank you.